This computer, stream live on Facebook. It's always a toss-up. You can get like 50 people listening or one. There's really no rhyme or reason with the face. I mean, part of me feels like I should be doing this more on Instagram, but there's something convenient about this.
Isn't there an app that kind of connects you to both? I mean, I don't know this stuff
is
at
there?
all.
Oh,
I feel like there's a new app that kind of hooks you up to all of them.
Okay. Oh, I gotta input the video info. Hold on. Sorry to bore you with all these.
No, I'm just doing my thing.
Details.
You do your thing. It's cool.
Okay, stand by. Okay. Live with Carmen Lynch. Okay. Hey, everybody. Rae Lynn Casper White here with another festive edition of X-Rae. The background was a little too bland for my taste, so I went to all these museums in New York, and this is a Rousseau. It's a Rousseau. I don't know if I move the computer, I might lose you. But it's a jungle scene, and I read on the back, they had a little blurby, that he only started painting at 41. It's never too late for anybody. He was a customs inspector, which would lead most people to suicide, but he's like, I'm going to, do a career change to be an artist, self-taught. And apparently, when I used to see these are South American jungles. I'm like, oh, he's like a well-traveled individual. No, he never left the botanical gardens in Paris, apparently. This is what the blurb says. This is all from his imagination. Another proponent for psychedelic drugs is all I'm saying. I love this scene. I don't know if it's politically incorrect, but I don't know why I would say that, but I'm just saying, it's like, if it's someone who's painting South American jungles, if you've never been. Carmen, is that appropriation? Is that something wrong with that?
No, you're fine. I'm just enjoying this. I love the jungle. So yeah, I think it's beautiful.
We love the jungle. What's your mug? I have a mug from Bubby's. I have a mug from Bubby's.
Oh, mine says Kuwait. My favorite town. I've only been there twice. It's beautiful.
Oh, man. What's the capital of Kuwait?
Anyway, what's up? I don't know. Oh, wait, I forget. I don't know. I was on a military base. So for me, the capital was that.
I'm assuming that the soldiers that are stationed there also don't know the capital. I'm just saying, if they're on base most of the time, they're like, we're in Kuwait, and that's it. That's all they know.
Yeah, and now I'm going to have to look it up because now I'm obsessed with finding out. I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to tell you, and I'm never going to forget again.
Okay, don't forget. You know what?
It's probably Kuwait City. It is.
It is Kuwait City?
It's Kuwait City.
Okay, good. Hold on one second. You talk in the meantime. I got to figure out this shit with the microphone. Okay, just riff a little bit. Do your riff.
Okay, I'm going to riff. This is a boat on the Kuwait mug. I never saw a boat in Kuwait, so I don't know why they would pick that. But this is also the Starbucks mug of Kuwait. So Starbucks, you really don't know that much about Kuwait if you're just going to put a little boat on there. Or maybe I just don't know that much because I didn't know it was Kuwait City,
Kuwait City, that seems like it's catered for tourists. Like, let's not make it too complicated. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's call it Kuwait City. Like Kansas City.
Maybe every capital should just be the name and a city. You know what I mean?
New York City,
so we don't forget.
Capital, but still, New York City, right?
Yeah. That's a brilliant idea. Okay.
I'm just saying. Let's take a memo of that and write our congressman. Okay, I think my microphone is officially dead. It's not lighting up. There's no lights. There's nothing happening. It's all shit. So I feel like I have to invest in a new Focusrite interface, fuckers. That's all it is.
Oh, okay. Well, I hear you pretty well.
I'm going to hold it up for good measure. You know what I mean? Just so it'll look better. It complements my mullet.
Well, I'll hold my mug. So there.
Yeah, there you go. You hold your mug and let's do a mutual sip. You ready? And 3, 2,
there you go.
1.
What kind of tea do you like?
Well, I have chai in there. I'm going to connect the Ethernet. If I don't have a microphone, might as well connect the fucking Ethernet. I like chai. I'm not a coffee drinker at all. I never drink coffee.
Oh.
So yeah. I do chai. Sometimes I'll do a dirty chai, which is a shot of espresso in the chai, but then I'm on the shitter all day long. Like, caffeine fucks me up, man. I mean, it makes me feel like I'm having a heart attack. It's a heartburn. I don't know how people like coffee. How do you're a coffee drinker?
I only drink decaf because I was always on the shitter too.
Not fun.
I like it for the flavor, and there's a little bit of caffeine, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know. I'm super sensitive to it. And one time I went and bought those Starbucks that you can get at the supermarket, the coffee
Yeah,
thing. I mean, it was like having an enema. I mean, I don't know what was going. It was
same.
colonic. It was a colonic. It was a
Yeah.
painful colonic too. It wasn't a fun colonic.
No, 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 no. And why do that to yourself? You know what I mean? When
Yeah,
you
to
could
what
just
end?
have a lovely tea. Now look at what I found. I didn't even know this. On my tea bag, there's
Uh-huh.
a message.
Oh, what is it? Is it
And
the result of the
read
election?
it to you. I wish. You don't need love. You are the love.
Wow, that's
So there,
profound.
I know I've been throwing these out. I haven't been reading them. So
Is that one of those Gaia or Yogi teas?
it's yogi. You're
The
right.
Yogi tea. Yeah. See, so Tazo, they're a little more cynical. The Tazo peeps are cynical, and they don't give you any uplifting message. They're like, you're drinking tea, you're at home, it's a pandemic, you're depressed, there's shootings outside your house, just drink. That's all.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You should give the tea to the shooters. Maybe give them this message.
Oh my God, you are the love. Bang, bang. I mean, it's dark, and the thing that scared my friend was that she had left with her daughter and said hi to the victim a minute before he got shot. They were pulling out of their driveway. He was walking by. This is before he started running. Waved.
Yeah.
And she's like, what if we had left the house 2 minutes later when this gunman was chasing him down? I mean, you think about that shit. It's just disconcerting.
You know, one time when I first moved to New York, this is not even supposed to be funny.
Real rude.
And it's not funny, but it's crazy. But someone jumped off the roof like minutes before I walked by. Like she had just been covered. There was blood on the ground. Her hair, all I could see was like hair under the blanket. But I mean, the police was there. They were putting up the blockades. Like she must have just jumped. And I'm like, if I had just been there 2 seconds earlier, she would have landed on me. I know I made it about me. That's not right.
No, it's okay because she's done already. So you wanted at least to salvage yourself. Were you annoyed at that point? Were you annoyed and like, could they not have cleaned it up quicker? Like, this is my route.
Well, you know what? It was weird. I was coming out of I think it was Macy's, because I was trying on bathing suits. And I know I was in there going like, I look fat, while this woman was jumping.
You know what? Maybe she thought she looked fat before she jumped. Is that dark? Is that too dark?
Maybe she was at Macy's too, right next to me in the dressing room next to me. And she's like, I can't take this anymore.
I find you look like you have a nice figure. I find swimsuit, and I have dough body now. I have mom body, but I'm doughy as fuck, especially post.
I have COVID body. Doughy is COVID body.
Well, I don't know, but I'm especially. I know you are. You said you're vertically obese. I'm going by the more standard obese.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, trying on swimsuits, I don't try them on anymore at all. I do find it like literally the most depressing thing I can do. It just is. I just know that I don't look good in a bathing suit. I look good. This portion here, I have nice broad shoulders and
yes.
these are perky. But then from down here, it's just a disaster zone. And so I wear the
strong. Yeah. It's so hard to fix that part.
You can't fix it. And I get
and we remember what our bodies used to look like, right? So we have that mental image and we're like, what's that little dimple thing over there? That's that cookie from last night.
This is not dimples anymore. This is like mountains and craters and just gelatinous movement. I'm going to move closer to the Rousseau so I can be close to art. When you can't go to museums, you just make your own home a museum because you are the love, Carmen Lynch. You are the love.
Right. Watch this. See, there's Ray Romano. He's the love.
That's funny. I slept with a dude who worked on that show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you slept with Ray.
Fantastic. No, he really was a fantastic lover. And the nice part about him was that whenever I'd come over, the place was like primed for lovemaking. He would fill up he was a wealthy guy because he worked on Ray Romano. Huge jacuzzi tub inside the house. And he would line it with candles and chocolates. Now, he didn't have to do all that because I would have fucked him if he had left me another chewy granola bar on the doorstep. But he really made an effort. And he was an amazing lover. But I think I wanted more and he just wanted to keep it, shallow.
Oh, is that when it ended? You wanted more, maybe in the hot tub and the candles, and then he was
I feel
like,
I wanted to stay over and not have him say, please exit after we had sex. I feel like that was, you put the effort with the candles. Let's have breakfast. I don't know.
That's why he wasn't Rae. He was just on the staff, because everybody loves Rae, and Rae loves everybody.
Have you met him? He's a nice guy.
He's very nice. Yeah, he hangs out at the Comedy Cellar back when things were normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love when he sits at the table and he just chit chats. He's so nice, and he doesn't even have to be. Like, there are other people who aren't even half the celebrity he is that aren't as friendly.
I know. Can I ask you a question? And I don't need you to talk shit about anybody else, but is it just my impression, or is it extremely cliquey at the Cellar? Like, the comics are cliquey between themselves.
I think it feels that way. Well, you work there, right? Or no?
No, I don't. I mean, I've done a couple of Rae Lynn's done, I've done a couple of shows. I did one show at the Village Underground.
Oh yeah,
that was it.
Yeah.
But I know everybody, and I would hang out, and occasionally, and again, I wouldn't sit at the table. I know the table's like sacrosanct or whatever that word means. But now I was there, and I ran into a few people. Everybody's usually lovely, but a couple of them I felt like if I sat down and talked to them, I would feel like I'm in high school sitting at the wrong lunch table.
It can feel that way even after you pass there and work there. It just depends on. There's sometimes a vibe like that. But sometimes it's awesome. It really is a good hang. It just sometimes depends on the night and what the energy is there. I've been there on nights where I'm like, I need to get out of here, Yeah.
I feel like I left there not feeling good about myself, and I'm like, that's weird. Like, I felt like I was talking to people that it was not a reciprocal experience.
But I mean, there's so much pressure there to either be cool or get past or this or that. That sometimes it's a little much. But most of the time, it's really fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I like it. Look, I went a couple of times. I've been going there for years, and I love everybody. And again, you're right. Sometimes it's a super fun hang. And I think now it's also a weird time. Everybody's performing there in a plexiglass cube. You know, have you been up there?
Have you been in there?
I have been.
I haven't gone in there yet, but I've heard about it.
I have been in there, and I had Eagle Witt on last week, and he said the weird thing is that even the best comics on the planet bomb now because you're performing for 7 people eating chicken wings. Do you know what I mean? I was just talking about that.
That's why I'm not looking forward to it. I think I just want to hang there. I don't think I want to be the boy in the bubble right now.
Yeah, exactly. What is that?
I'd rather perform in the park with like dogs.
Yeah, I did that. I did a couple of the stand-up New York shows, or I did a show and another show there with Eric Angel, and they were fun. But I did make a lot of I joke about. One woman was trying to leave in the middle. I go, it's not rape time yet. The sun's still out, And that.
Did she laugh? Did anyone laugh?
Yeah, everybody laughed. I think I was having just a good time. And every time a little kid would walk by, I would yell out vibrator, just for shits and giggles to kind of maximize the fun of doing it in this weird environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's going to end soon anyway. It's going to get so cold. What are we going to do? Just sit in our homes and cry and get fat?
No, you're absolutely right. Well, I think that's happened already. I'm trying to click on the Facebook video to see if there's any questions. But then I want to read them. No questions. Okay, that's fine. We're fine.
Where the fuck is everyone?
It's a weird time. It's like midday. People are supposedly working or Jeffrey tubining. Isn't that crazy?
I know, that's so gross. Can we talk about your hair though? Because I really want to know who does your hair.
I do my own hair.
Oh, okay.
My own hair. I just use a lot of product to get that. Oh, now I can hear myself talking in the background on the thing. Hold on. Jeez, I'm such a Luddite. It's like I can't even manage my own Facebook Live video. I think it's playing in 4 different places. How do I shut myself up? Oh my God.
It's like you're an echo.
An echo. How creepy was that shooting video? Can we talk about
that? Was really that was crazy. That's so scary. I didn't know you were going to say what town you lived in, because that's a good town. I don't want to say it out loud in case.
Yeah.
You want to be discreet.
I try to be discreet. Not that I can protect myself from these. It felt like organized crime. The
I
guy,
feel like,
the shooter was very like snazzily dressed. You know what I mean? It felt something
yeah.
there.
I feel like if you were shot though, the bullet would just bounce through your hair.
I'm literally spilling chai. Did you see me spill chai all over myself?
Yes.
Gee, I'm like a slob. I'm like, blah, blah. Just all I need is like some cottage cheese here. You know what I mean? Just like some cottage cheese remnant. This is super soft. I just want to plug this. I got this at the Gap. I don't know if the Gap's going bankrupt or not, but this hoodie is super soft. I think it's called like super soft. Like that's their line. I just want to touch myself all day with this shit. I mean, I'm literally
now.
Doing this.
Why do you think are they going out of business? Like, is that on sale for like $3?
No, I paid a shitload of money for this by my standards. No, I think they closed all their local New York shops.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened, right? Didn't they close their brick and mortars in New York City, or am I mistaken again?
I don't know, but walking through New York now, it's so quiet. You know, it's weird. All those boarded up windows and stuff.
I know. I think downtown is worse, but I got to tell you, I was just there for a month, as you know. But I was so surprised by how vibrant everything was. I hit all the museums, you know, the Met, MoMA, Whitney, and the music outside, and people, and all the outdoor dining that they're doing. But now it's weird because they're building these like wood structures that are pretty much indoor dining on the sidewalk.
I know, it's just indoor dining. It is.
but literally, it's even worse because some of them are just like a plastic bubble.
Yes.
No ventilation. And that's it. And I'm like, what are you doing?
And now you can't walk. Like when I bike through their like appetizers. I just want to grab something on the way.
It's a good way to get a meal.
You know?
Yeah. No, that makes sense actually. Just going and eating your food. Have you ever been to Burning Man?
No, but I'd love to go. But it's crazy, right? It's like Coachella.
I think it's gotten too mainstream. First time I went was 1995, so it was one of the first years. I know I look younger. I'm ancient, but back then it was anarchy. I mean, it was the real vibe of the place. And then I went 4 or 5 times afterwards. I did a piece for WNYC for Studio 360, which was a radio show that Kurt Anderson hosted. So I went as one of an alter ego of mine, Fiona Chutney, and I did Burning Man through her. But there was a point to this story, and what the fuck was it though?
Burning Man. Oh.
So, you know, you can't buy anything there. It's all barter system.
Yeah.
And I remember that one time my friends who were supposed to bring me equipment, they didn't show up. They flayed, and I suddenly found myself with nothing. No water, no food, no tent. I mean, I was stranded at this festival. And I was alone, and I ate through the kindness of strangers for days. So I literally would go to their camps and pick up their appetite. That's where that came from. Pick off their appetite. So that's
it sounds really fun, though. Would you do it again?
Oh, I'd love to do it again. I think I you know, every time I kind of went with the wrong people. Now it's lost its vibe because it's become again very like pricey and mainstream, and a lot of like, you know, tech people and private chefs and you know, Kanye West and whatever. Like it became that thing. It used to be like you're roughing it and eating beans out of a can and, you know, connecting with others. But now it's a lot of gorgeous people and everybody looks kind of the same. They have the aviator goggles and these like, you know, steampunk, it's very steampunk.
Yes.
But I'd still go because it's been 10 years now since I've been. But now I guess they canceled it, obviously. It sounds like a COVID, because everybody fucks there. Like literally, you'd walk a path and you'd see 2 people fucking, like it's a fuck fest. Too.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And how many days is it?
I think it's like a week. I mean, you can go whenever you want.
That's a lot of fucking.
It's a lot of fucking. It's more than I've had for the last 10 years if I once a day. But I think it's a week. But the thing is, maybe it's 5 days. You can go, at the end, they burn the temple. That's the one beautiful part of this festival that's actually very moving. They build this beautiful wood temple. And everybody puts photos and messages to people they've lost in this temple. And it's tens of thousands of people. And you're just walking through this place crying. Now, it's not necessarily people lost, but just, you know, people are very vulnerable and emotional when they post things and pictures, thousands of them. And then at the end, they burn it. And what happens is everybody sits in a circle around the temple and they watch it burn. I feel like I haven't really been to that burn. I think maybe I've been there once, but I've always kind of, I don't know why, I was too busy fucking, but doing something else. But then they burn the man the next day. But it used to be this small effigy, and but now it's all organized, and there's sheriffs, and there's a drinking age, and it's all it's so big. It's like Reno. You get there and you feel like you're in Reno.
And where is it? Where is it exactly?
It's Nevada, Black Rock City. So if you fly to Reno, then you drive a few hours. It's doable.
Well, they have enough fires out there this year. They probably don't need more.
I don't know. Fires. I mean, there's no trees there. It's just desert. I don't know what would burn. Snakes?
True.
I don't know. Did you know I've been doing trivia with my 34 kids lately? We've been doing a lot of online trivia.
Are you know kids smart?
No, not really. I mean, but some of them are smarter than me. But did you know that a snake smells with its tongue?
No, but that's kind of hot.
Isn't that cool? Just walking around all day.
What else do you know?
That's it. That's all I learned. I learned that Alaska is the largest state by land mass. Okay, there it is. So two little festive tidbits that I got. Are you a big trivia person or no?
I just have really bad memory. So when I remember stuff, I find it fascinating, but then I forget. It's like when someone tells you a good joke and you're like, oh, I got to tell someone. And then I'm like, I don't know. I don't even remember my own jokes. I've been listening to my recorder of my own sets, and I've been falling asleep. That's not a good sign.
Wow. And are you coming in with fresh ears? You're like, this, you know what I mean? But are you critical of yourself, or is it really because you've heard it a million times before, or just because you're boring?
I think I just find it like soothing.
It's almost like this
I don't know.
mellifluous lullaby.
It's like kind of monotone, and I'm like, all right, oh, that's not good.
You know what? Your fans don't think that, and maybe what? In this day and age, people need a laxative. People need not laxative per se. They need a relaxant. So if you are able to put people to sleep with your material, that's as useful as a meditation tape.
That's true, but that's not good for comedy, for the stage.
No, you're right. I don't think you're snoozy on stage. I don't get that sense from you. Do you take on a persona that's a little more drony and dry?
I think she's drony, but then she'll just like have a staccato moment. I'll be like da-da-da, and then that's how
I love how you suddenly became third person. You're absolving yourself of any responsibility of the quality of your material. Like she does this, and then she just punctuates it.
And then she goes crazy. Yeah.
Are you a physical comedian at all, or do you kind of stay stable by the mic?
I'm physical in the face. Like I'm told I have a lot of facial expressions.
That's good though, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. I like it, but I don't know. I don't realize that I'm doing them. But I've been starting to move my body more because I used to be very
like this, just shift back and forth,
just shake it out, And I think when I first started, I was still, because I was always shy growing up. So doing stand-up, I was very like this, and then I just started to loosen up,
Let me ask you a question. I once had, I don't know if this is correct. And again, I may get canceled after this, but I remember interviewing Noam once on the podcast, and he said that he's found that the black comics that perform, the Cellar they're in their body. They're very physical. They seem to be more physical than the average white comic that comes on. Do you find that? Do you think that's an accurate depiction?
I think that's true. Yeah.
White guys, and then the black comics are coming in, and they've got more of a physical.
I mean, I don't think they're all like that, but I think the ones I'm thinking of are very, very comfortable with their bodies and very. I mean, I've spoken to a few at the Cellar where they don't even write stuff down. They're like, I'm gonna find what I need to say in my voice and in my, you know what I mean? And I'm always like, oh my God, what was that joke? Shit, I forgot, and it puts me in my head, but I have to do that or I'm not going to remember to do those new jokes.
I hear you.
There are people that never write anything down. And I'm like, if I didn't write anything down, I don't know if I'd be better or worse. I think I'd be worse.
I think it really depends on the comic, but I'm just thinking, I don't know, maybe there isn't a racial divide in that, but it was an interesting observation. I was thinking about big comics and is it more, you know what I mean? And is it, I don't know. Maybe it's because, depends, I guess, on the content of the material too. If you're comparing, a lot of black, like white and black, I'm gonna do black versus white, you know what I mean? And this kind of stereotype of the dorky white person that's kind of in their, you know what I mean, in their head and geeky. And then you have, I don't know. I don't know name me like a really dorky black comic that plays like that awkward dorky type. I don't know.
I don't know. I only think of Urkel.
Exactly. I thought of Urkel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know that like Jordan Carlos is kind of, cerebral and a little bit, but I
Right,
don't know. I'm trying to
right.
think of his stand up. I mean, I think we talked about that once too with him. I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
But in terms of female comics, I guess it depends. I mean, I feel like Ali Wong is very much in her body, and her stuff is very physical in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Jessica's very physical with her face
yes,
and everything.
that's true. Jessica Curson and maybe Judy Gold too.
Judy Gold. Yeah, I was just thinking her too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of them. Yeah, I guess they're it's look different styles, right? You got your
Yeah.
you got your Dave Chappelle's who's just talking, right? I don't think he had too much physical or exuberant. He seems to be pretty even energy, unlike like say Kevin Hart or Chris Rock, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Chappelle just seems so comfortable. I mean, he could be up there for 10 minutes without saying a word.
Yeah.
And I don't think his confidence would change.
No, you're right. He feels above. He's transcended the desire or need or care for any validation from anywhere. I mean, I feel like he's reached the pinnacle of confidence.
Now, do you think that's doing it for so long? Do you think that's just his persona? I mean, not his persona, him, but like in general, his genes? Like,
yeah, I think it's personality. I think you've had comics that were troubled and neurotic after doing 40 years of stand-up, or God knows there are enough comics that took their own life, like they're troubled souls. He just does not strike me as a troubled soul.
No.
He doesn't. He seems very grounded. But again, he also had the confidence to walk away from that show of his. So he's on another plane. He's on another plane.
Yeah.
I like him. I've never met him. You met him?
I've met him and he was very nice and he's very smart.
Yeah.
He reads a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, comedy.
It's crazy, but I do enjoy the nights off right now. I mean, I wanted to come back, but I've been cooking, watching TV. Yeah. There's so many good shows on Netflix. We started one on HBO last night called The Undoing with Nicole Kidman.
Is it good? Because I was just talking about
really
how Nicole, randomly moved to Nashville and married that weird highlighted hair country singer. I guess we look a little alike, me and Keith.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think she's a phenomenal actress. I hope she unfroze her face a bit.
It's starting to unfreeze a little bit. I think maybe it takes a couple of years after surgery to like undo itself, but she looks great. She's a great actor, and I love Hugh Grant. He's in it.
Yeah. He's great. He's delightful.
Sometimes you forget that we're all getting older, and then you see someone that you knew younger, like Hugh Grant, and you're like, damn.
I know.
We are all getting old.
Well, there's something comforting about that, but but again,
a
lot of these actors, especially the heartthrobs, some of them have aged better than others. I think that Hugh Grant, he's got a lot of lines going on. I mean, he's got to be, how old is Hugh? I'm going to Google, how old is Hugh Grant? It's still frustrating they don't get judged by the same standard, but they are also getting older. Hold on, let's see. Do you think what he's in?
But he's still that guy from Notting Hill. I love that movie.
He's 60. He's 60.
He is?
Yes.
Isn't Brad Pitt 60?
I think Brad Pitt and George Clooney, I think they're all, Brad Pitt is, I'll tell you right now, Brad Pitt's aged well. He's 56. He's 56.
He's hot. And he's still that guy from Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
Without the shirt.
He also has the that surfer dude nonchalance to him. And he's got good skin, I feel like. Maybe he's had some pull too, but he looks like his jaw, nothing sagging.
Now, what does Hollywood do when they want some pull? They ask their friends, or are people very like private? Are they like, don't you dare ask me? Or are they like, go to Dr. Jones, he's amazing?
I don't know. I haven't are you saying I need to consult with some people?
No, I'm just curious, like, how do they do it? You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's like therapy. I think some actors, I'm assuming the male actors will never admit. The only one that's admitted to having work done is Tom Ford. He said he's had fillers for years. But a lot of the actresses, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's hard to not give it away. I mean, you can obviously see when someone had work done. You know,
Totally.
I think that the woman who got fantastic work done is Kellyanne Conway.
Kellyanne, oh really? You like the way she looks?
Did you see the before and after? I think they did a great job with her.
Oh no, I didn't see that. No, I was think when I think of a good one, I think of like Meryl Streep. She still looks her age, but she looks
I don't think
good.
she's had work done, but maybe you're right. Maybe she has.
Because I always heard if you don't think they've had work done, they have. They just haven't had a lot done.
You know what? You're right. I'm going to show you a Kellyanne Conway before and after here. Okay. So I think that this is her. Now I can't tell if it's a before or after. This feels like an after. Okay.
Okay.
But look at that. Let's just keep that in your mind for just a
Okay,
hot
okay.
minute. Okay. For just a hot minute. And let's look at a before where she was, now I'm trying to find one. Is this an after? Now she'll.
I think I remember that before. She does look better there.
She does, doesn't she? I don't know if this is before.
Yeah, she looks too skinny.
Maybe. That's not the problem I'm having. I'm definitely not having a skinny issue. God damn it.
I wish you could just because I've been trying that face yoga. Have you been hearing about face yoga?
There is face yoga. There's also those Korean zombie masks you can do. What's the face
I don't know
yoga?
that.
Does that help? That face yoga?
Well, face yoga is like a lot of if you stick your tongue out, it makes this part firm. So you're supposed to go like that for a long time, and then it firms this up. And then if you go, then it does this part. But I don't know if that works because I don't do it consistently. And
I would feel like, I don't know.
Facial massage is supposed to be really good. And then you're supposed to get that little roller thing. I have it in the other room where you roll your face.
Well, this has been bugging me. I've been getting more of a.
Me too. I hate this.
I have a big one, and it's like it's very prominent when I do stuff.
Me too. I hate the jowls. I want this.
Yeah, no, because when you lift and then it drops, and then it suddenly you get more square.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I would get this first.
Is the going under the knife. I think all that other stuff is bullshit.
Me too. I agree.
I'm gonna roll.
Well, when you go, I'll come with you if you're going.
Well, come to LA, dude. We'll go to somebody here.
Okay.
Let's just spend the rest of the podcast going up someone's anus from the side.
I'll do this. I do it on the bike because I don't want to do it when I'm walking.
Let's just walk like this until you hear that works out.
Ooh, and then this is the other one I learned.
Please.
Ironing your face from the inside. So you take your tongue and you go, and you're ironing everything.
I feel like this is a scam. This feels scammy to me, Carmen. This feels like they're actually making us more wrinkled, and that's gonna send us more to some doctor that they're trying to plug. That's my.
I don't know, but they're saying it works. I don't know, but I think you have to do it all the time.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the video again, see if there's any questions. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
And the volumes, we're gonna hear ourselves again because that seems to be what happens. Okay, fuck it, we're fine. It's just
and then this is another one I learned for eyelids.
Yeah.
You want to almost pressure to close, but try and keep them open.
Now it looks like we're having a seizure. I don't know, man. It's too much work. Let's just age like Hugh Grant, okay?
Okay.
I feel like we're all aging. That really is everybody. Even fucking Jennifer Lawrence at some point is gonna look weird. Okay? It
really is.
It's either now or later. The young people now, it's going to happen to them. So there's really no, you might as well not waste too much energy on it because it's an exercise in futility. That's my say.
That's true. You're so healthy mentally.
I'm trying. I'm going to make an appointment for the plastic surgeon for next week. That's what's going to happen. Oh my God.
I'm right behind you.
I showed my bamboo to Ranan. It's kind of hard to see. Can you see it?
That's a good hiding place for shooters.
Okay, stop. Now you're getting through. I freaked out. I came home last night when the guy was still at large, and I scoped my backyard on my own with my flashlight on my iPhone as if this is going to be a deterrent. I got an iPhone 5, dude. Don't think you can hide from me. And why would I want to find him? Why would I want to find the guy?
Do you have any Mace or Raid or anything?
Raid? I think I have the fantastic bathroom cleaner, which is
that'll work in their eyes.
Put it in their eyes. But you know what? The spray's been catching, So I got to give a couple of squeezes before it just spurts out. Like, I don't think it's got the trajectory, the necessary.
We'll spray a bunch of times until.
I know.
This is what you do. You kick him in the balls, and he goes ah, and then you spray it in the eyeballs.
But he's just going to feel very clean afterwards and disinfected. So I think I'm doing him a service. Oh my God. When are you performing? Like, are you working on a special? What the fuck are you doing now?
I was working on a special before COVID, but then, I decided to just make that album Vertically Obese because I didn't know when we were all going to come back. So I did take my first flight last week to Minneapolis.
Right on.
I went to Acme, and it was very fun. The plane was empty.
See, I flew from New York and LA. Our plane was packed, and the woman in front of me did not wear a mask the entire fucking flight.
And no one said anything?
Well, the flight attendant told him once, and then she put it back on, and then she took it off. And she had these crazy ass nails. They were like literally 5 inches, that they was thing for Halloween. And I'm like, I'm not telling her to put a mask on. I'd rather get COVID than have a confrontation with this woman who would scratch my eye, like literally gouge my eyeball out if I had said anything. You could tell she was not amenable to any sort of feedback.
Do you think she just couldn't put her mask on because she had nails?
I don't know, but she was trying to maneuver the monitor for the movies.
Yeah.
And I mean, literally, it was like a cat. She was just clawing at it for like 20 minutes. But it was frustrating, I got to tell you. But I wore a mask. I wore the face shield. But then every time I stopped to snack, I take everything off for like an hour. So I think it was just stupid.
Right.
I literally took it off and ate the goldfish. They handed out goldfish.
Is that Delta?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had those too.
Yeah, or the Cheez-Its. It was a Cheez-It.
The Cheez-Its. Yeah, the Cheez-Its.
With a little water bottle and some other biscuits.
Yeah. Those I don't really like those biscuits.
They're just, if you're giving me a carb, then kick over a piece of fruit maybe. But I guess for COVID, they don't want to do anything that's like live produce. They just want to keep stuff that can be. I like Delta. I think they're a phenomenal airline. I think they do a great job.
Yeah, they were very cool. They give you the little handy wipes.
They're good.
The little butt wipes.
The butt wipe, exactly. And there's.
But now. What?
No, go ahead. I wasn't saying it.
No, now I'm just doing like terraces and rooftops and really not that much. Couple Zooms.
Look,
I think I'm going to start a podcast in Spanish. Our current podcast is on Sirius, but I'm starting a Spanish one. Conversaciones con Carmen. Do you speak Spanish?
No, señorita. No, that's it. That's all I can say. Or señora. You were still the señora or the señorita version?
Señorita. I better be señorita. I don't like señora. Señora
I can do a very good imitation of Spanish Spain. Spanish Spain. Spanish.
Spain, Castilian, yeah. Pero no me digas esas cosas, hombre.
Tonight.
That's totally what they talk. My cousins all talk like that. Pero por qué a Facebook?
It's so funny. I always associate, those shiny talk shows where everyone's it's like one big telenovela. I like the Castilian Spanish. It just seems like everyone has a speech impediment, so it makes everybody feel accepted.
Yeah, and they, especially in Madrid, because they don't even say Madrid, they go Madrid.
Yeah, they're just taking other letters. They're not even taking the S, they're taking the D's. I thought about Madrid. So what's your ethnicity? Are you the Dominican, Puerto Rican, Spanish, Venezuelan? What is it?
My mom is from Spain. And my dad's from New York, from America. So I'm just half Spanish from Spain.
And he's just an average white dude, or what's his ethnic background?
He's an average white dude, yeah.
Okay.
They met on a ship.
Eastern European? What? Irish, Eastern European?
Irish grandparents.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you spoke Spanish at home.
Well, yeah, because we grew up in Madrid. So because my dad was in the Navy. So we went to this school called the American School of Madrid, and it was all English and Spanish like merged.
Right. Those American schools, I know a lot of them. I don't know if you were just there for lower school, but once they get into high school, it's a lot of spoiled diplomat children and cocaine and debauchery because they know they're not going to get, you know what I mean? They're also, there's a lack of responsibility because they move every couple of years. Totally. They have no sense of connection or like groundedness to a place.
I know. I blame my fear of commitment to the Navy. You know what I mean?
A relationship. I got nothing, and I wasn't in the
I know, but that was my first one. That's my first time I ever lived for the man.
Okay, well that's good though. You're doing it. So, but I think it's true. I have a friend who they're diplomats and the kids like but again it's also teaches you worldliness and a sophistication that I think is valuable later in life. It might make you it has a cost, but I also think I prefer that than growing up in in Wichita through your whole life and then living in Wichita or maybe moving to New York and thinking this is it. You know what I mean?
And it also helps you appreciate like foods and stuff, like growing up with calamari or clams.
Yeah.
And not being
I love Spain. My favorite place in Spain, I like Sevilla, but I like Cordoba.
Cordoba.
Is it Cordoba or is it Cordoba?
Cordoba.
Cordoba. Okay.
Cordoba. Beautiful.
I love it. And I went to see some flamenco shows there, which were fun. But they're very user-friendly, those towns. They're very like cute and petite. And I'm sad that Spain's in the shitter with COVID. I mean, they are not handling it well, even the second time around.
No, my sister lives in Barcelona and she just texted me last night that they're back to curfew. So her curfew is 10 p.m. All stores must be closed by 9.
And those people eat dinner at 11 p.m. So what are they doing? Closing the
restaurants
at 10. No, it's true though. I think the restaurants even complained about it. I mean, we'd literally go to dinner at 11 p.m. I go, this can't be good for the digestive tract.
Well, they stay up till like forever. I remember going out with my cousins and they're like, let's meet at midnight. And I'm like, what?
I know. And this is before you're like, it's crazy. But there's something cool about it, I guess. Spaniards are cool. And I guess there's always so funny that hierarchy you find in Europe, like France is snooty towards the Spanish are snooty towards the Portuguese, the Scandinavians are snooty towards everybody. It's so funny how everyone looks at someone to look down on.
Yes.
Such bullshit. And then they all look down at the Americas. Right, they're all looking down at the U.S. going, you guys are fucking idiots, so it doesn't matter who.
And which we are, though.
We are. I know we are. I know.
We're so bad right now.
We're bad. It's really, the idiocy has come to the fore. And it's like, we're all human, but we all have similar genetic makeup, but I feel like maybe we don't. I feel like something's up here. Something's up, you know what I mean? Maybe we're coming from maybe Americans are a different species.
Yeah, and I don't want to call out the different species, but you know who you are.
I'm going to vote today. The minute my son's done with school, we're going to go to the Masonic Temple, and they have a voting station.
Are you gonna pray too?
I don't know who I pray to. Like, who's their God? Don't they have like 1 million and symbols and Da Vinci codes?
Well, then just pick one thing. I'm sure it's a God.
Yeah, I'll pick one. I'll pick the God of Shake Shack or something.
Of In-N-Out burgers.
I think that's overrated. I don't know why everybody's raving about this fucking In-N-Out. I mean, it's fine.
When you don't live there, like when I go there because I don't live there, and then it's so tasty. Yeah.
You know what? I think I love meat, and I apologize to my vegan listeners, but I love me a good steak. I love me a good burger, and I got to be honest, like those, you got to have a proper burger that's bleeding out of the bun and juicy. And those Shake Shacks, they're fine, but they're like a little patty. They're anorexic.
What's your favorite burger?
I don't know. I don't know. Where'd I go? I just went to the Odeon in New York. That was a solid burger.
Okay.
I do prefer a good steak though. I haven't had a proper good steak in Argentina. I went to Argentina a year ago. I can't believe it's been a year, more than a year and a half. Those steaks are insane. I mean, you go to a bodega, you order a steak, it'll be delicious. I mean, their meat is like,
God.
They probably do facial yoga for the cat. They do butt yoga, whatever they do.
Did you just go for fun?
I did go for fun. I loved it. Have you been to Buenos Aires?
Not yet. Yo quiero ir.
Yeah.
Yo quiero ir. That sounds really fun.
Buenos Aires.
That's where Madonna, what's that movie called? Evita. Buenos Aires.
Right, there it is. Evita Perón. Now, do you find your boyfriend, do you wish he was deep down, he was Latin?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he just an average Caucasian man that can't merengue?
He's also kind of got a UK UK grandparent. Like he's like Scottish
Okay,
or
so
something.
he's okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, all right. We got a little
He's a
bit
good,
of.
yeah. He's a nice, beefy, big man. Oh, I like him big. He looks like he
I
needs
like
an
a
axe
beefy man. I
chopper.
like a little meat on the
I
bone.
like, yeah, he looks like a big old axe chopper.
Does he have a lumberjack beard?
He did when we first started dating.
Okay, good. So why do
And
you
now
shave it off if it turns you on?
Well, because for commercial auditions, they always ask him to shave because he looks younger.
Oh, what's his name? Can I look him up? He's an actor.
John Reynolds.
All right, I'm looking him up right now.
Not the John Reynolds from Search Party, the John Reynolds from The President Show and the Late Late with Craig Ferguson.
Whatever happened to Craig fucking Ferguson?
I don't know what he's
Is he
doing.
a member of UCB?
Yeah, he was. He started in UCB.
Okay, hold on. Oh, he's
But so-
adorable. Look at this guy's face.
Well, make sure you're looking at the right one because there's two.
Well, he's got baby blue eyes.
He's got blue eyes.
That's him, and he's got good hair. His hair's not receding really.
Not at all, yeah.
That's fantastic. He's got a nice smile. How's his teeth? Because I don't see the teeth in this.
He's got good teeth.
Okay, great.
He and I met over 20 years ago, and we just started dating 5 years ago.
I love it. And he's done Celebrity Deathmatch, Window Seat.
Yeah, that's
Ruben Williams, Ass Cat. I love it. I love it. He's adorbs. If he has a brother,
he does, but his brother is gay.
that does not help me in the least. In the least. Ron Reynolds, adorbs. I love it. Are you have any interest in procreating or no?
No, I don't think so. I think we're good. He has a son who's 12, and he lives with his mother. Okay. And he comes and visits us. They live on the Upper West Side, so they come and visit us. I mean, usually he's here a lot but COVID is kind of.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, so he's a cute little guy.
12's a fun age. Is he rebelling, or is he kind of a good, sweet kid?
He's a good, sweet kid, but he's gonna rebel, I bet, because I feel like like that age they do.
They need to. Once the puberty and the acne starts, they're going to get bitter and angry and blame dad for everything. So just wait. I think what's that?
When does puberty start?
I don't know. It was always my understanding that puberty is
when does puberty start for boys?
I don't know, but I think that it's starting earlier for girls because there's a lot more hormones in the food, and girls are getting their period a lot earlier. Girls are getting their period like 9 and 10 years old, some of them.
Yeah.
And I got my period like 13 or 14.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. It is.
I was 14,
developed.
Yeah.
I'm scratching a butt itch. I'm scratching a butt itch. Okay, there we go.
Those are annoying, but no, his voice is changing. When he calls his father, he's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" Yeah.
How are you, Carmen? And you're like,
"Hi, Dad." Yes.
I fucking love it. Well, Carmen, maybe come out to LA, sister. Come out to LA.
I know, I would love to. Hopefully soon, because I was trying to hook up a few things, but I think it's going to have to wait till after COVID.
Well, I wouldn't wait till after COVID. That's going to be 2030. But maybe I can organize. Maybe I can organize an outdoor comedy show, but only if you also do some comedy in Spanish.
Yeah.
That
now we're
good?
talking.
Okay,
yeah,
let's do it. I'm serious. Let's do it. I'll cater to the redneck, the Long Beach, Orange County crowd, San Bernardino, Redlands, Fresno, Sacramento, all of it.
Yeah.
And then you cater to all the other people in California.
Hombre, claro que sí. Yo lo hago todo, por favor.
I love me some good Spanish. I'm serious. I'll get in touch with you and we'll coordinate it.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
All right. I want to plug your podcast. Remind me, what is it again?
The Human Centipede in English, and Conversaciones con Carmen.
Conversaciones con Carmen. Es a broma que de podcast y con comedians Cellar y todo con vertically obese.
Sí.
I love Carmen Lynch. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll be in touch. I'll connect. We'll connect.
Sounds good. Adios.
Stay healthy, stay safe, and vote.
Sí.